things you always want to remember when you're taking an outboard off the transom of your boat. The first is never grab it by the tiller handle. It's not designed to take the weight. The second is make sure you've closed all of your vents and fuel lines. And the third is, whatever you do, oops. Well, okay, really? I did that on purpose. The actual purpose of this video is to show you how to salvage an outboard that's gone over the side. The process is called pickling, and we're going to get right to it. Okay, we're back at the house, ready to get pickling. Now, the most important thing to remember is to start this process immediately. When that motor comes out of the water, you don't want it to be exposed to the air for more than an hour, because corrosion begins as soon as air hits that salt water and metal. First thing you do is give it a thorough freshwater rinse. Now, if this outboard had a starter and an alternator, the next step would be to remove them, submerge them in fresh water, and then bake them in the oven at the lowest temperature setting to drive all the moisture out. Of course, this little guy doesn't, so the next step is going to be to remove the spark plug. Now that the spark plug has been removed, I'm going to roll this around, make sure that I get all the water completely drained out of there. I'll tilt it forward and drain out the carb. Just make sure that I get every little bit of water outside of this motor. Once all the water's out of there, I'm going to displace it with diesel fuel. All you need is a little squeezy ball, turkey baster will work, anything like that. You fill it with diesel. Then give a good shot right in the carb. Let's put some more in there. And give it another good shot right into the cylinder. Now I've replaced the spark plug, but left the wire off. Shot more diesel into the carb till I got as much in there as I could, and now I'm going to turn the engine a couple times just to distribute it throughout the inside of the motor to make sure that that diesel displaces all the moisture left inside. Now the final step is going to take some time, too much for us to put on the video here, but the first thing is to remove this fuel line, blow it out, and then take the integral tank, drain out all the fuel, and replace it with fresh fuel. When that's complete, the pickling process is done. Okay, after I finished pickling the motor, I let it sit for a week to see if any corrosion would set in. Did the process work? Let's find out. You bet. If your motor goes over the side, pickling is the process you have got to follow. And next time, be a little more careful, will you? I finished the pickling process and then let the motor sit for a week to see if any corrosion would sit in. Did the pickling process work?
Really? 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 Really?